So apparently the Irish electricity grid can't stand up to a little bit of wind, so that does mean about half the country is currently without electricity. That is including me. So this is the first time in, I would say, 7 years, maybe coming on 8, that I've had to do reviews without electricity. This right here is the Dark Ages Part 2. Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this right here. This is the Master Grade SD Wing Gundam 0EW, and of course this is from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Walls. I got this right here from Hobby Link Japan, so link is down there in the description. Now, let's try and take a look at this. So now jumping on into the aesthetics, and I'll mention right here that I am totally working on borrowed time. I have whatever charges in my camera and whatever charges in my laptop to basically, well, get this done and then reviewed and then edited. Because, like I said, there is no electricity. And apparently whenever I'm going to get electricity is relatively unknown as of right now. So that does mean I don't really have the opportunity to kind of wait and see what happens. So let's get right on into it. This kit right here, the Master Grade SD Wing 0EW, truly is an absolutely gorgeous kit, so there's not really much I need to say about it. Just look at that. Just like we've seen from this line so far, it's layered upon layered upon layered with absolute master grade level of detail, just in that super deformed SD style. Well, a little bigger than your usual SD. So one of the things that will catch your eyes straight away is the absolutely ridiculously perfect use of clear parts. In the eyes, head camera, in the chest, we've got some metallic silver layered underneath green clears, which just pops so perfectly. I mean, seriously, you will not find an actual master grade kit that has eyes or head cameras, well, quite as outrageously gorgeous as these are right here. On top of that, you can actually see the nice silver aspects underneath them and around them, and the same goes for that iconic wing gem in the chest, underneath a lot of the armor popping out beautifully, and actually even through the muzzle in the mouth. That is intensely cool. The layering detail continues right across the board. We've got some little grey parts popping through the feet, the various armor aspects of the arms, and up on the head as well, combined with those nice layered silver parts. Overall, this is such a joy to look at. Now, I will mention, I built this kit right here by candlelight, which is pretty old school and kind of funny, but it was super relaxing and enjoyable. So if there is some kind of nubs here, there, or anywhere that I totally missed because of that, well, I apologize about that. But as absolutely inefficient as it is, I do recommend giving it a go. It's one definitely cool way to chill out. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the look of these phenomenal wings. So it's about time to get it up in the air. I'm going to use an Action Base 7. This is not included, but it is recommended. And these Bandai Action Base 7s are really growing on me. If you've never given one a try, I recommend it. They come included in some kits. They're nice and strong and super posable too. We've got a little opening hatch here in the back. This is where the base attaches in, so no unsightly adapters. And then this just pops up inside of the hole, so flush, so perfect. Also, I will mention, the Wing Zero right here is ridiculously well balanced, probably because of its low center of gravity, so there's no issue making it stand up on its feet if you don't have yourself a stand. Overall though, incredible looking. But yeah, definitely the crown of every wing kit is always the wings, especially when it comes to the Wing Zero EW version. Now, all of these can just slide open just like so. And as we've seen across this line so far, one of the most unique aspects to the MGSD line is this kind of clear part. Now, we do have tons of clear parts that are very nice, we've seen already in green, but these blue ones are unique to this kit, and they have those kind of reflector aspects inside of them that make them look so alive and so reflective. Those are pretty cool. Also, they're combined with those metal parts. Well, not metal parts, metallic colored plastic parts for a real premium wing feel. That's awesome. But yeah, like I mentioned already, the wings on this really are the crown of the Wing Zero EW. The way these open up at multiple different points even put the Master Grade Verka somewhat to shame. The nice clear parts inside of them, we've got multiple opening aspects and articulation on various aspects of the wing, including the feathers, and the wings round back spread open in one nice seamless movement, and there's so much articulation to the various arm sections that hold them up. These look absolutely incredible. There's a full spin of what it looks like with the wings spread, and it's kind of ridiculous to think that this is an SD, and it's become one of my favorite lines by far. And speaking of the line, there is a bit of a size comparison with the other two Master Grade SDs that have come out so far. So that is the Master Grade SD Gundam Barbatos on the left and the Master Grade SD Gundam Freedom on the right. So as you can see, they're all around the same size, and if you're wondering what that size is, there it is between a high-grade regular old Gundam and a master-grade regular old Gundam. So you can see it's quite big, a lot bigger than some people might expect, because on its tippy toes right there, it's taller than a standard high-grade. So in the interest of battery conservation, I'm going to be jumping right on into the articulation first before loading this up with equipment. So yeah, it's going to be the usual pose, and let's try and get it done. Those wings are going to be in the way. So yeah, when it comes to getting this into a pose, it is quite nice. Of course, because of its small, diminutive form and those short little limbs, it doesn't have the craziest articulation. Everything is quite nice. I find the most limited aspect being the hips to some degree. There is no real mechanism in there to drop them so the legs can kick up more. But what we get in the end is this right here, which looks pretty damn good. Of course, I had to balance it a little bit with the stand back here because those wings are super heavy, but that is one dynamic little wing Gundam right there, pulling off the pose quite well, all things considered. That looks good. But yeah, depending on how much battery I have, I'll try and get a few more poses out of it a little later on, once it's got its equipment on. On top of all that, then, we do have some absolutely killer gimmicks too. For example, the cockpit hatch can open outwards just like so. Extremely disappointed by there not being a super deformed Hero Yui in there ready to blow himself up. The mecha ears can slide downwards just like that, exposing some nice silver aspects inside. The shoulders have a nice spreading and opening mechanism, again showing some of that beautiful silver inside of those. And finally then we do have those machine cannons up in the shoulders, and these open so nicely. When you actually pull up the hatches, the machine cannon Gatling section inside pushes out and forward. So these are some nice, beautiful gimmicks. Smooth too. So now jumping into the accessories, and here's absolutely everything that comes with the Master Grade SD Wing Zero Gundam EW. So what we get in here is the shield, a pair of beam sabers, as well as the twin buster rifles. On top of that, we do get a sheet of decals in here as well. These are the sticker style ones. Obviously, I don't have the time to do these now because I've got, I don't know what we have these days, like 6 hours of daylight to actually try and do anything with this. So yeah, maybe another time. So first up in here, jumping into taking a quick look at the hands. Now these are the classic circle game master grade hands. What I mean by that is the hands can just do this open, this kind of closed, and this right here. Oh shit, you failed the game. So as for the equipment in here, first we've got a pair of beam sabers in green. The hands are decently detailed. We do have little triggers on them where the fingers would be holding onto them. And there are small little attachment part pegs as well for plugging them into the hands. Alright, failing the game for the second time this decade, they attach into the hands just like so. So that is a peg into a hole, that old school 2010s master grade style way we would have seen back then. That is what it looks like in a little bit of a pose with the beam saber attached, so it does the trick and looks pretty good. And when these are not used, to just pop the beam out of the handle like so. And these then just attach on into the lower wings on the back just like so. I took this off just for clarity's sake. You open up a little section right here, you pop the beam saber peg part pointing inwards, and then it just slots on in and clicks into position, beautiful, like this right here. This also gives us a nice little bit of white on the arm section attaching onto the wing, just like what you're seeing right there. Next up in here, we've got the twin buster rifles. Definitely one of the coolest Gundam weapons that are out there. So these have a specific left and a right, so it does make them a little bit different, the mirror aspects of each other. This part here has a closing mechanism like this for when they're being used singularly. We also have an extending barrel just like so for when they are combined. I will definitely not have time for actually posing this with the combined form because the amount of time it does take with these kits to actually get the combined form into the hands and all of that sort of jazz. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to combine them right here so you can see how that works out. So they combine absolutely perfectly, and the barrels just move forward just like so. The handles, I assume, twist to fly on in there out of the way, so that is a nice little gimmick. If you don't twist them, that little bit of a peg will get in the way, but these are super nice. These also have those fantastic clear pieces, but sadly there is no silver parts in these actual weapons, so these don't pop as much as the other ones. So I do recommend trying to chrome the inside plastic parts before attaching on the green parts, just so they pop like the rest of the kit. And if you're wondering how to do that, Bandai has a chrome Mecha marker, a silver chrome marker, and that will do the job in one coat. As for getting these attached, this is just as beautiful as what we've seen with the rest of the kit so far. So first off, you just pull out the inside part of the bracer armor like so to open up a second attachment point. This then leads us to the buster rifle where you flip out the end section like so. Then you tab the handle into the hand in the usual kind of way, and you've got that secondary attachment which attaches into the forearm. So this is a 2-point attachment, so this holds on rock solidly. Nice. I love a good 2-point attachment, especially on long, heavy weapons. So just got the second one on right there, and there it is in that typical twin buster rifle pose, and this is so much fun to pose, so much fun to get the weapons onto, and it looks incredible. With those wings flared wide open, and those intensely detailed buster rifles, this just looks so good. Again, that big, massive, ridiculously detailed face with all those clear parts, everything just works so well. I'm absolutely blown away by this line, it's not even funny. Master Grade SD, godlike. Last up when it comes to equipment in here is the shield. Once again, absolutely phenomenal. Double layered, so we've got that mechanical looking grey on the bottom, armored up top with all the same colors we would have seen on the mobile suit. We do have a nice little green section here catching the light oh so nicely. And as for some moving parts, you've got these little segments right here, which you attach the beam rifles onto when it is in bird mode, but you can flip them away just like so when they're not in use. A simple attachment point up top which just moves down and up like so, and 2 little moving fins down here that actually are on little cogs, so it does mean they move together. When we're attaching this on as a shield, it's these little sections here and here which just slide on up the arm, so the attachment is as simple as popping it onto the back of the arm and sliding upwards. So yeah, the Master Grade SD Wing 0EW here deals with its equipment quite well, but after you've attached everything on, you can find there is a little bit of clashing at times due to the short limbs, especially in the shoulders and the shield right there. But it's not too hard to work around, and it does hold on to everything perfectly, and it just looks utterly incredible. So finally in here, even though it is a Master Grade SD, it does have the full transformation to bird mode as well. Now, I can't go into this in the usual detail that I normally do for every step of the transformation because it does take a long time to film that, and I don't have that much reserve battery power. But all I can say is it's nice and smooth, it's easy, it's really impressive, especially up at the shoulders where the armor slides out and down, and at the end, the most difficult aspect, and it's only to do with alignment, is attaching the shield onto the back of the head section. This attaches into the back of the neck, onto the backpack, as well as into both arms that attach on the larger wing. So you have to line up everything perfectly for this to clip on in, but once it does, it's rock solid and holds everything into position. That's what it looks like in Neo Bird mode, looking really good. It's very simple. I was actually shocked when it was done because it was just a few steps, and it was very easy to do, and nothing ever fell out of the transformation. That's what it looks like, and it's impressive. So anyway, that right there is it for the review, and this is Gundarium tier without a single doubt. This Master Grade SD line is incredible. It's doing stuff that Master Grade has never done. The clear parts and the layering of parts on these puts most Master Grades to shame, honestly. You're not going to get a Master Grade with eyes that are double layered like what you're seeing on here, or the head cameras either. This is phenomenal. I would love to see this sort of tech in an actual Master Grade, but we're not talking about that today, we're talking about this. So aesthetically, it is amazing. It looks phenomenal, it's so cool. All the colors are perfect, and it goes beyond the standard design with a lot of nice layering, and the touch of that blue clear parts inside of the wings is just awesome. Accessories wise in here, everything is what you'd want them to be. Beam sabers are standard enough, and the hands are old school Master Grade, but that does work very well for a small kit like that. Then we've got the Buster rifles, which have double attachment into the arms, which holds them in place, and the shield is beautiful to boot. Finally, when it comes to articulation, this is great articulation for something so small. You're not going to get critically over the top poses out of it, but you will still get over the top poses, and especially ones that you want to see the Wing Gundam pull off. But yeah, all in all, Gundarium tier, fantastic, needs to be built. And I got mine through Hobby Link Japan, link down there in the description. I'm not sure when I'll be back with another video because of what's going on with the power and all that bullshit. So yeah, but definitely brown tier for the Irish ESB and their fucking third world level electricity grid. Anyway, I'll see you next time.